This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use the promo code TYT1 and get 10% off your order. There's a woman in San Francisco by the name of Carrie Campbell, and she is injecting her 8-year-old daughter with Botox, okay? And she's also giving her 8-year-old daughter something known as, this is so terrible, something known as the virgin wax. And she gives her daughter the virgin wax monthly. Basically, she's waxing her daughter's private parts so she can prevent her daughter from growing pubic hair in the future. Okay, this mother is crazy. I think we should take the kid away from her. You do not inject your 8-year-old daughter with Botox. And she's saying, look. These Botox injections are very popular in pageants, and I want to make sure that my daughter is not at a disadvantage. Well, what is going on with what's going on with the United States? And another thing that she says is, oh, don't worry, I buy the Botox online and I test it on myself first to make sure that it's safe. Yeah, you're not making a good case for yourself, woman. It's not working.
Now, we should seriously consider Child Protective Services. I'm not even kidding around. I mean, we did that story of the parents who were Christians and they didn't let them adopt. And now that was in the UK because they were going to teach their kids, not to be gay and stuff. But I mean, look, this is not theory. This is not what if the kid is gay, what if the kid is straight, what if this, what if that. No, she's taking a needle and injecting an 8-year-old with Botox, which is basically a poison, by the way. How can an 8-year-old have wrinkles? Botox is to prevent wrinkles. I mean, I can't get beyond how stupid it is. And a virginal wax? Oh, come on, man. Have we no decency?
No,
you know what? Child Protective Services, I would swarm those pageants, man. I'd be looking at those things with an eagle eye, looking around to see what they're doing to those poor kids. All those moms are crazy. I mean, you want to talk about bloody loco. They're totally loco.
And it's not just the fact that she might harm her daughter physically. She's harming her daughter mentally, okay? So this is what her daughter, Brittany, said. My friends think it's cool that I have all these treatments and they want to be like me. I check every night for wrinkles. She's 8 years old. She checks every night for wrinkles. When I see some, I want more injections. They used to hurt, but I don't cry that much anymore. I cannot imagine.
Come on.
I cannot imagine worrying about wrinkles at 8 years old. That is so sad. She's going to have some serious psychological issues as she gets older.
The mom is right now saying, I'm Mommy Loco. Mommy Loco. You better recognize that name. No, this is crazy, man. I'm serious that they should look into getting that kid some help. Checking for wrinkles at 8, doing virginal waxes. That's no way, man. No way. You got to look into it. This is beyond just lifestyle choices and stuff. You're doing some damage to that kid. That's crazy.
By the way, which beautician is completely fine with waxing an 8-year-old kid's nana? Like, that's not okay. I personally, if I were working in a salon or a spa or anything like that, and a mother brought an 8-year-old to me and said, hey, I need you to wax her private parts where there's no hair anyway, I'd be like, yeah, lady, you should turn around, get out, because I'm not going to do that.
I'd consider calling the cops, man. Why do you care what her private parts looks like at the age of 8? It's crazy.
Yeah, when
I can't say it enough.
There was a story we talked about with the lady who had her child taken away because she wouldn't sign the C-section papers, and they said she had a mental condition.
Yes.
This is a mental condition. This mother has a problem.
They
should check out her mental past and see if she's lost it, or if she's currently losing it, or if she's already lost it before and she still hasn't found it yet. She's insane. She's pumping the insanity to her child. The line that her kid said is a perfect example. Is what made me think of it. I was like, no, she's crazy. This makes no sense. What are you checking for wrinkles for? You're detached from reality. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's a really great point. I love the fact that the woman in New Jersey had her child taken away because she didn't want to have a C-section, and then people try to make the case that she was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder 12 years ago, so it makes sense to take her daughter away. But when it comes to this woman, it's totally fine. She's just looking out for her daughter. She just wants to make sure she doesn't have premature wrinkles. Oh, that story really, bringing that New Jersey story up, by the way, honestly really pisses me off because we covered that story. We even did a goddamn update on it, okay? Basically giving people the details about the fact that that woman was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder 12 years ago, okay? And there was no reason for her to get her kids taken away, and people are still trying to make the case that no, she definitely deserved it. She had some issues. That kid definitely belongs in foster care. That story pissed me off. Cenk, if you want to buy a domain name, you want to know the best website to go to?
I already know it. GoDaddy.com.
First of all, they have 24/7 customer service.
If you want to download GoDaddy's free iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry app, boom, on your phone instantly. And if you go to theyoungturks.com/GoDaddy, you get all of our promo codes, like TYT1 gets you 10% off of all your orders.
TYT3 gets you a .com domain for only $7.99.
You can't beat that!